There we go. All right, I think we're good to go here. All right, shalom, 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 shalom. We're Ahchyam out here in El Paso, Texas. Out here once again on the highway and the byway, bringing out this gospel is true. Okay, to those who would hear and those who would forbear. Okay, to give warning. Okay, to the hopefully elect of Yahshua, Israel, and small Black Americans and Latinos. Also give the warning to the 2/3 out there, the wicked of our tribe, the traitors who follow the other nations, in particular the Edomites, the so-called white man. Okay, and also let these other nations know, okay, the trouble that's coming to Great Babylon, America, this place is going to be destroyed. But before we get started here, we're going to turn to the east, give all glory and honor to
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, Bashim, Kakudash.
Double honors to the teachers, elders, and apostles of Great Mount Soul. Likewise, brothers are there putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And to brothers and sisters tuning in, shalom. All right, here we go. I got something I want to open up here, because I remember out in San Jose, you know, I had some Moabites stop by the camp, and you know, as we know, Moabites, okay, they have a lot of pride, especially against Jakes, you know, especially against, you know, Southern Kingdom, okay, Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, okay, and let's go into the book of, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 16, and verse 6, and it reads, "We have heard of the pride of Moab. He's very proud, even of his haughtiness and his pride and his wrath, but his lies shall not be so." We also can go into the book of Jeremiah 48 and 29, and it reads, Salakia, starting with verse 28, and it reads, "O ye that dwell in Moab, leave the cities and dwell in the rock, and be like the dove that maketh a nest in the sides of the hole's mouth. We have heard the pride of Moab. He is exceedingly proud," again using that same word proud, "his loftiness and his arrogancy and his pride and the haughtiness of his heart." And it says, "I know his wrath, said the Lord Yahweh Shemashai, but it shall not be so. His lies shall not be in effect." What we see going on in China right now, you seeing the Lord is judging the hell of that damn place with all these flood that's going on. And their leaders is covering it up. In fact, there's a video that's out there that's showing that they're using old footage of rescue that's not even real. Okay, they're using CGI and actually, when the workers actually dress up and they're acting like they're doing something, and it's actually filming a yard. Okay, so now you see the regular citizens of Moab, okay, which is China, okay, filming, okay, the fraudulent, okay, deception that their government is putting out to the world as if they're trying to help those people, but in fact they're not helping them out at all. So you've got somewhere around 2 or 3 million Moabites that are displaced, okay, displaced, because their government, okay, is more focused on trying to be the next ruler of this earth. If you ask anybody right now, who's going to be next, they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, we believe the white man will go down, you know, for a while, but we believe the Chinese are next." Okay? Moab, the Moabite military force is as good as their products, and anyone who has bought anything made in China knows damn what. As soon as you buy it, it breaks real quick, okay? So the Lord has said, what did the Lord say about Moab? Moab is what?
Washpot.
It's washpot, okay? These degenerate, friggin' cross-eyed, doggone demons, okay, these doggone Down syndrome people don't have necks, and the Lord has proven that. The Lord said what? In the latter days, he's going to visit Moab, okay? And Moab is going to go into slavery. The Moabites have been known to be very, very proud, okay? Just like Esau, and they've copied, okay, the ways of this place. Okay, they just oppress their people a little bit differently than Esau oppresses the children of Israel or the so-called Babylonians over here, or Americans over here. Okay, because they're trying to exert themselves above what they really are, which is what? Absolutely not a damn thing. You get anything out?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 14. So there's a reason why you damn gooks all right, are getting judged down there, man, because pursuant to Psalm the 83rd chapter, you are also further contributed into, you know, the downfall of Jake, okay? Because you damn gooks, all right, you biblical Moabites had our people, which are of the lost tribes of Israel, in slavery as well, okay, for 18 years in the book of Judges, the 3rd chapter, and in this modern day age. That's why you're getting fucked up down there in China, man. All right? So it's not just a self-proclaimed white man who is enemy to the lost tribe of Israel, so-called blacks and indigenous peoples. And see other nations as well. All right? All right, including you damn you Moabites. So this is Sirach, chapter 10, verse 14. Says the Lord, Yahweh, Ahchyam Yahushua, have cast down the thrones of proud princes and set up the meek in their stead. See, that's why the Heavenly Father is the host of the battle that's ensuing right now, pursuing Isaiah the 13th chapter. Now, which is why, speaking of Moab, I came across a report yesterday morning where they were speaking about how North Korea is reportedly fixing to arm Russia, which they've pretty much already been doing. For the sake of further aiding them and supporting them in this Ukraine proxy war. Okay? So part of the downfall of the proud princes is division. Because you so-called Koreans are divided. Right? Getting on little brother Moab, so to say, right? You're also divided because down there in South Korea, they went on a protest against Japan, of the nation of Ammon, for Japan reportedly getting ready to release toxic waste in their water supply down there. And Japan is already another puppet regime under Esau Edom. That's why Esau has referred to Japan as defensive military. All right, you damn Ammonites should be ashamed of yourselves, especially when the time of this Ahchyam movie coming out, further revealing the wickedness that Esau did to you in 1945 down in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man.
You notice one thing, Unc, is that then none of them even took to the street of March about that because you're right, okay? Esau did not rebuild Japan like how it went back in, I think how they did in Europe, okay? They went and all they did was they set up their military bases around, you know, Okinawa and all the other different parts of Japan, ensuring that the imperial forces never rise back up again. Okay, so and they said, well, okay, we're going to protect you. And so what was once ancient war, what was once a bunch of warriors, became a bunch of camera-toting doggone guys. Okay, but you're starting to see even over there now a little bit of that spirit is coming back inside of them to like realize that, wait a minute, okay, maybe joining, keeping you know, relationship with Esau, in particular with America, is maybe not a good idea. But how do you clear yourself of that when your whole entire country is surrounded by Esau's war machines? Okay, how do you do it? Okay, so that's the dilemma that's playing out. But again, they haven't. There's no marching. Where's the marching? There's no outcry. See, when we saw that, when we look at it like the movie that was Emancipation and all that stuff, we call Esau's bullshit out. We call your damn bullshit out, okay? We know you're bragging.
It's like, you know, say, man, back on what the brother was saying, these other nations are doing it too. Like remember the Chinese foreign minister, he has some choice words against Esau, man. Now, I'm gonna say on you gooks too, man. I've forgotten about you gooks, man. You know, because you got to be addressed too, right? But this is on damn biblical Moabites. That's your biblical nationality, man. But nonetheless, down there in China, it had come out that the Chinese foreign minister had said that the United States has sought to overthrow more than 50 foreign governments, blatantly interfered in the elections of at least 30 countries, and attempted to assassinate more than 50 foreign leaders, including Muammar Gaddafi of Libya, including Sylvanus Olympia of Africa in 1963, Nicolas Maduro. The first two I mentioned were actually successful assassinations, And then you had Nicolas Maduro of Venezuela, of Esau's attempted drone attack against him to replace him with that puppet President Juan Guaido. So why are you Moabites speaking about it now? Because you're starting to realize, okay, that that wine that Esau's wine that you drank was more bitter than it was sweet. That's why in Deuteronomy 32 and 32 he speaks about that. And I'm trying to get that next. And I bring out a little bit of history why you Moabites are being judged by the plagues of Yahweh by Shem Yoshai, man, for what you've done to the nation of Israel. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 32. It says, "For their vine is of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter." And that's where you get grape. That's where you get yayan from. Grapes that derives from the grape clusters. And grapes used to be about the size of a watermelon back then. Ahchyam, the elders of Ahchyam, speak about every now and then how it would take more than one man to carry a cluster of grapes back then, because the food back then wasn't genetically modified like it is now. But going back to you Greeks, you Moabites, now you're starting to realize that the grape clusters of Esau, Edom, were bitter the whole time. That's why in Jeremiah 51 it speaks about how the wine will make these nations mad. That's why the Chinese foreign minister came out and it was rebuking America. But see, that's hypocrisy, because you like Snoop Dogg said, nigga, you knew the job was dangerous when he took you. You knew Esau was the devil, man. Because you see what he did down there to your North Pacific, your Pacific neighbors, for lack of a better term. Now, another reason why you damn goots are being judged is because this secular history filled to the biblical prophecy. All right. This is on arrowmagazine.com. It says, "A Forgotten History of African Slavery in China." All right. It says in an essay for the New York Times in 1619 project, Nicole Hannah Jones. I'm gonna jump down to the point. It says, all right. So the first Africans arrived in China as gifts from the king of Kalinga and Java to the Tang Emperor in 813 AD. These young boys and girls were treated as exotic ornaments, no different from the rhinoceros and other animals they were presented alongside. The Chinese called them Zangzi, a reference to Zanzibar, which at that time described the whole length of the Eastern African coastal region, including Madagascar. What are they doing down in Madagascar? They're eating fucking leather, man. Excuse my British. They're so impoverished down there that they're eating shoe leather. They resorted to eating shoe leather. Meanwhile, down here in America, Babylon the Great, you got these fat ass gluttonous demons, okay, feeding their damn potholes 5 or 5+ times a day, including what? Midnight snack, which in this Western culture is really the first meal of the day for most people. Then you got breakfast. Then you got brunch. Then you got an appetizer. Then you got lunch. You see? And then you got dessert. See that? That's 6-7 meals a day. See that? That's why in the book of Sirach it speaks about how a man with a man of a cheerful heart will be careful, will be mindful of his diet. So a lot of these people are demons, man, because a lot of that meat that they're eating, derives from cows that Esau slaughtered in the goddamn slaughterhouses. What does it say in Proverbs 12:10 about that? You're supposed to have tender mercy towards your beast. But not to deviate too much from the point, you Moabites have treated Jake like cattle, man. And this further confirms this secular history. Further confirms that. And this is not the first time you damn gooks had us enslaved, because what is an account that further proves that? Here in Judges, the 3rd chapter. All right. You're gonna bring that out. This is Judges, chapter 3, verse 12, and it reads, "And the children of Israel did evil again in the sight of the Lord Yahweh, and the Lord Yahweh strengthened Eglon, the king of Moab, against Israel, because they had done evil in the sight of the Lord Yahweh. And he gathered into him the children of Ammon," okay, them Japanese, That's why you got fucked up down there in Hiroshima and Nagasaki for you partaking in the captivity of Jerusalem and the oppression of Jerusalem. It says in Judges 3:12, and the children of Israel, verse 13, and he gathered into him the children of Ammon and Amalek, okay, them damn frisbee hats down there in Palestine right now, that adopted Judaism, okay, to replicate Jake, okay, and it goes on to say, and went and smote Israel and possessed the city of palm trees. Here's the point, verse 14. So the children of Israel served Eglon, the king of Moab, 18 years. So we were in slavery to these Moabites for 18 years in the scriptures, man, which are the modern day Chinese. We actually had it in slavery in 813 AD.
You know what it is, with these motherfuckers? Is when you see all you nations are coming up against Great Babylon America, and you're saying now, well, we've always come out and say, okay, that America is a bloodthirsty nation that goes and conquer other nations and, you know, jack up the government and all that stuff. But really, it's actually Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, who's a bloodthirsty being, okay, and a base man that goes out and do that. None of you nations are innocent. There's a reason why the bomb was dropped on Ahchyam, okay, or the so-called Japanese. There's a reason why the Lord sent, okay, the forces, Edomites over there in Iraq, okay, which I think they were the ancient Babylonians, right? Iraq. Okay, and out in what is it, Afghanistan, and all these nations that America puts embargoes on, you know, preventing trade and all that stuff on, starving out your nation. That's the Lord working on the left side, punishing you nations what you've done to us. So we've been in slavery under all of you. So when we now in this truth understand and look at all the wars of what America has perpetuated on the earth, you got to give glory and honor to Yahweh Shemi Shai for that, because that's a recompense coming on all these nations. Now y'all are not going to be destroyed, okay, forever like the Edomites are going to be. But the Lord has given you that judgment. That's why your nations are so jacked the hell up. You're not innocent, okay? You're looking at the faces of the men, okay, that you've oppressed, okay, over multiple lifetimes. So that's why your kids are getting blown up in the streets. Your women are getting raped by these so-called GIs, okay? Bombs are being dropped. Yeah, Esau have the CIA in every nation on this earth. So speaking of those BRICS nations, if you really believe, if y'all believe that y'all gonna be next, or somehow y'all gonna have this conglomerate of rulership now, similar to what NAFTA was and all that stuff, you're dreaming. Okay? Because Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man, is still going to be standing up when Yahushua returns to put his ass down. That's how this is gonna go. Okay? So you're not gonna get over. America already have CIA operative, okay, public government established, even in Russia, in China, in India, and in Brazil, the BRICS nation in South Africa, okay? It's already stand up. So what is going to happen if you got to look at it this way? So those of you think that you can invest in the BRICS nation and it's going to be all happening good. What is Revelations 13 and 13? Goes into it all? 13 and 16. 13 and 16 and 17. Talking about he caused it all, both small, great, and rich and poor, to receive that mark. That's a judgment coming to the Lord Yahweh Shai. So what does that mean? They're still going to collapse the global economy to bring in this stuff. Okay? There ain't gonna be no BRICS nation ruling next. Okay?
Look what's going on down there in China, Down there in China, they got Moab got a Skynet facial recognition technological system where if someone is caught jaywalking within these systems, then they can get their digital currency deducted from their digital wallet. That's why down there in Moab, they also got 15-minute cities down there already.
Yeah, this is real.
And they support this Esau evil order agenda. That's why it's very ironic that Moab is rising up against Esau now.
Okay.
You should have never got in bed with him in the first place. And now the Heavenly Father is going to host a battle of you nations, man.
Yeah.
All right. So like it says in the world, the throne, the world ain't big enough for the both of us. So all you, like it says in Revelation, the 19th chapter, all you nations are going to have to. You're gonna have your crowns taken from you by force by Ahchyam,
Exactly.
the King of all kings, Lord of all lords. Okay, the King of Israel, so-called black man from the tribe of Judah. They're gonna come back down here, okay, in his full celestial glory and fucking destroy you goddamn Moabites, you Edomites, and the rest of you other nations. Right? Because now it's time for you to fucking bow down before Yasharala, okay, and serve us like you were created to do. That's why you're getting fucked up down here in China. In regards to you Moabites, man.
Well, see, they have those parades, and they have, like, you know, where they have, you know, they marching on the parade and, you know, down the streets and all that stuff in Beijing, okay? Because they really believe that they have the exalted in his power. Well, this is the book of Jeremiah 48, and starting with verse 14, it says, "How say ye, we are mighty and strong men for war? Moab is spoiled and gone up out of the cities, and its chosen young men are going down to the slaughter, said the king, whose name is the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shem Shai. The calamity of Moab is near to come, and its affliction hasten fast." So starting with your economic downfall, you have all these torrential rains and all these horrible weather that's flooding your cities. I mean, they're showing like complete washed out of cities, not towns, cities. Okay, washed out. And we're talking in the capital of Beijing here, and surrounding towns, completely washed out. So what does that tell you? They say now it's going to take years, okay, to clean up all of that, which we know it's not going to be cleaned up, okay? You know, okay, which we know it's never going to be cleaned up. But see, that's part of that drag down that the Lord is bringing down to these doggone places, these places, because while they're preparing to go into the BRICS, you know, thinking that they got next, you know, they got Russia on their side like that, the Lord is bringing all kinds of calamity. You get Hawaii, which is actually full of a doggone lot of Moabites.
And Moabites, Ammonites, and Japhites.
Yes.
And that reminds me, the brother Gabar Yehuda was doing a lesson on that, update on that situation. And it reminds me, speaking of fire, back in like 2017, when there was a nuclear attack, a report of a possible nuclear attack that was to take place in Hawaii. This brother did a lesson on it, and it went viral, man. It was like shit, like 60,000 people watching or something like that, man. And he wasn't even shook, and he was actually rejoicing. You know, tears of joy coming out of his eyes. Because why? Kabar means warrior. See that? Just wanted to land back on that real quick. But quick precept. This is the book of Judith, chapter 16, verse 17. It says, "Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Lord, Yahweh, Bashim Shai Almighty, will take vengeance of them in the day of judgment, and putting fire and worms in their flesh. And they shall feel them and weep forever." So your nations are going to forever walk down with your head and your heads down in shame in the kingdom of heaven. Because of all the atrocities and mischievous madness that you did to the nation of Israel. Okay? When you get out of line, we're going to go upside your head with a rod of iron, like it's prophesied in Revelation 2nd chapter. Because Ahchyam Malak is going to grant us that power to rule over the nations. That's why in St. Matthew the 19th chapter, when Apostle Peter asked him, you know, "Lord, I don't want. I already gave up everything to follow you. What am I going to get in return?" It was a fair question. Yahweh responded to him by saying, "You're gonna sit on one of the 12 thrones of Israel, judging Israel." See that? And all the rest of the disciples of Yahweh Bashim Shai, okay, of the 12, will sit on those thrones, and a part of the 144,000. Those are part of the 144,000, okay, and the 144,000 as a whole will rule over the nation of Israel, of the house of David, out of righteous ourselves included, man. Okay, because you shall know a man by his fruits. You see? So all you nations are gonna get it, man. That's why you Hamites down there in Eager, you're getting jacked up. Now there's a lot of Jakes down there. But for the most part, you Hamites down there that call yourselves rebelling against Esau Edom, which is the common denominator of world catastrophe and mayhem, and destruction, percent of Revelation 11 and 18, Revelation 6 and 4 and so forth, your efforts are in vain because you're gonna be swallowed up in this last world's war as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Y'all were instrumental in laying pause on us, shipping us on those damn ships.
Okay. The sub-Saharan slave trade.
Yeah.
You damn Hamites didn't do anything when Ishmael was sticking the sharp instruments up the quiver of our women.
Yeah. And hey, watch out for these doggone poop-eating fucking doggone Hamite niggas over here, okay? I'm gonna give you a short little story here for a minute. I was coming out when I was moving out here to El Paso, and I was I was dropping off a vehicle out here. Okay, yeah, I got more than one car. And I stopped at a gas station out there in Los Angeles. I think it was actually Glendale, not Glendale, Pasadena. Stopped at the gas station. Man, I need to use the bathroom really bad, to tinkle. And it was a Hamite. I saw the sign that had the bathroom right there, sign. You know what this doggone motherfucker behind there said? We ain't no bathroom. I'm walking on, I go, there's a bathroom right there. As I walk towards here, he come from behind the counter, running over there. We have no bathroom. Okay? And it remind me of the fact that they hate us. They hate us. Okay? So I spent $140 for gas to fill my car up. $140 to fill my tank up. And this doggone stinking monkey ass poop eater motherfucker wouldn't let me use the bathroom at the doggone gas station. He wouldn't have done that to a doggone Edomite. I can guarantee you. He wouldn't have done that to a damn piss shit in his doggone pants. Don't get 2 pennies to rub to get an Edomite. Walking there when he use that bathroom. But here I am. I serve this motherfucking country. I walk in there and I get a motherfucker like that. It's gonna stop me from using the bathroom. That goes to saying, you doggone Hamites over here, the Lord's got something for y'all, okay? Because I haven't seen the news yet, but one of y'all motherfuckers getting dropped in the doggone street over here in Great Babylon, America. And I know what you're going to try to do. You can try to use the colored skin. See, that's that black thing that Esau came up with, where you're going to try to pretend you're us. And try to blend in to help Jakes and protect your ass.
Ironically, just like our forefathers used to do, like Apostle Paul was mistaken. Apostle Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. Yahweh-Sop, our forefather, Yahweh-Shai's biological father, took Yahweh-Shai and Mary and fled into Egypt to blend in the midst of them Hamites. Dark-skinned Hamites from the Herodian siege. When King Herod tried to locate and eliminate Yahushua, they tried to offset prophecy of a savior coming to Israel, because Esau and these other nations don't want us to have a savior. That's why they set up these damn puppets, like, you know what I'm saying, like they do down here, for example, like setting up their puppet regimes and whatnot. Okay, setting up these Hollywood stars like LeBron James and Spike Lee, and these damn Freemasonic boule pieces of shit like Bill Cosby. Okay, to try, to keep our people in line. That's why when Nat Turner, when the mighty and iconic Nat Turner rose up, before he rose up, Esau used his ministry as a ministry of oppression, man, to keep our people asleep. That's why they got the 501c3 charter. Funded church houses now, these harlot houses. See, to keep Jake believing in that plantation Christianity predicated off of what? Okay, Roman iconoclasm, Edomite supremacy. Okay, back to you damn Hamites, what the brother was saying. You're just as guilty as the rest of these nations for being drunk off the wine. That's why I was down there in Niger. It's very interesting. See, because that's for the omen that you got the sword coming to you, because
They got two opposing sides over there, right?
Yeah, they got the military forces of Niger, and they got the puppet regime. The puppet regime already got overthrown. So now you got the Wagner Group, which is that private military group slash assassin company for hire based out of Russia, lending military aid to Niger down there in Africa. Okay, so they've been known to support uprisings against the West, including the United Nations back in Libya in 2019, man. So now you got the Wagner group down there, right? And these are rumors of wars that we continue to hear prophesied in St. Matthew 24th chapter that will eventually lead to the Lazarus war and will include the slaughter of you damn Hamites, man. This is why in Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 12 reads, "Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword." All right, so you Hamites, you're gonna get fucked up too, man. You know, now, speaking of Africa, it mentions and prophesied in Ezekiel 38 chapter that Africa will align with Russia for the most part, including Niger, including Libya, especially after what Esau did to the former Libyan leader, Muammar Gaddafi, torturing him on slowly on national TV and sodomizing them before they put him to death. Yep. They didn't forget about that shit, man. So when it speaks about Libya joining on to the Magog, which is the geographical location for Russia, okay? They're going to align. They're going to seek. They're going to be a part of the alliance of Russia, and you Hamite, a good number of you Hamites in this last war, we're going to get slaughtered, just like the rest of the nations within the militaries of your sovereign governments.
Damn right.
All right, because Yahushai's government, pursuing Isaiah the 9th chapter, is going to be the only government that's going to be on top. When the smoke clears in this last world war, it's prophesied in 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter.
And this isn't you nations, wisdom to where y'all allow coming up against, America and the American allies. Okay, this is all part of that script. You remember, everybody has a player. Okay, everybody has a player. It's a chess game. And guess who's doing all the moves on both the left side and the right side? Yahweh Shai. Okay. So all of you right now being armed to the teeth, set up, to have that evil eye towards each other. That's why you have Egyptian versus Egyptian. I mean, pretty much you have Edomites pretty much running every country on this earth. Seriously, I know that for a fact because I know down there. Okay, and they go, well, how is that possible? Our president is black. Is he? Shit, we just found out that Emmett Smith is he came in and said that his great grandpa is a cracker. That makes him an Edomite.
You better hope not, because if he's a terror, you already know what that means, man. A lot of these motherfuckers say shit like that, because they want to just like down here in El Paso, man. DJs down here, when you ask Issachar, so-called Mexicans, what's the nationality of the father? 9 times out of 10, they're gonna say one of two things. They're gonna say Spaniard, or they might just come out and just say white. Most of the times I say Spaniard because they have a small understanding of the secular history of the Spanish-speaking Edomites, aka Spaniards, colonizing the Aztecs, which are their ancestors.
Well, they don't learn their own history, and two, they rather go and try to be part of the more popular thing right there. So you get most of Jacob, these 2/3, they're ashamed. Okay, they're ashamed of themselves. They're ashamed of who they are. They're ashamed of the fact that they had to go through slavery. They're ashamed of the fact, that we have an oppressor. Because they don't understand that this man was set up above us. You know what we look at? When I notice that, man, when you look at your life and realize you've been oppressed, and who oppressed you? Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. You know what that does? I know for me, most likely for this brother and the other brothers, is that make us happy. You know why that make us happy? That means that we're the sons and daughters of Ahchyam. That means we have next. That means we actually have salvation. That means the power that these nations are seeing right now travailing across the sky, what they call IFOs or UFOs, is what? That's our big brothers out there letting the world know it's about to get on real soon. Okay? So let me tell you what the greatest nightmare right now for any one of us should be, is that you're not a member of the tribe you see right here. This is the 12th tribe of Israel right here. Okay? It should terrify you if you find out grandpa or great-grandpa was a cracker. Okay? That should terrify you. And that means that's an automatic death sentence and it's an automatic doom. You're a double damn loser, man. So now you're gonna question about all of these doggone famous Negroes and stuff like that. Really, where do they really go back to? And they're probably proud. Hey, look, I'm actually white. Oh, really? Maybe now we can accept him now. You know, his grandpa was George Washington. His great grandpa, George Washington. Hey, man, that time is played out, dogs. Y'all don't understand. This man is going down. Maybe 20 years ago, hey, you know, if you could have rubbed elbows with these Edomites, you know, that might have been great. You know, 30 years ago, you didn't know any better. We're telling you, this Sasquatch, this white man, the so-called white man, is a Sasquatch. He's the abusive man, the worst creation. He's hated so much by Yahweh Shemashai, he was selected to be the bad guy, which he can't change. Pursuant to Obadiah 1:18, he's going to be trampled on and burned. Okay? We always talk about the Lazarus and the rich man, right? How this doggone motherfucker, his time in the kingdom. In fact, I get a video coming out this week called "Is That the Man?" And y'all know how I bring it. And I already got the doggone, the still motion shots for that. Is this the man? That's a lesson I got coming up this week. All right? I was dwelling on it for hours last night. I go, oh boy, because I was watching all of the camps. You know, is this the man? It's going to tell you why these nations are going to really, really, really despise Esau so much. Esau is not only going to get judgment only from us, or we have our foot over him. Just like how in this time here, Esau has been able to convince all the other tribes that they hate us. They hate us, man. They have partaken into the indulgence of his wine, man, his Western philosophy. That's why the Moabites they wear that Babylonian dick tie around their necks, which goes back to the Roman god of fertility, Prius. Okay, and that's why in the time of the minstrel shows where Esau would put on blackface, quote unquote, and paint his lips red and eat watermelon to stereotypically mock the so-called stereotypes of Jake. The damn Greeks and Moabites were doing that too. They were doing that shit too. They're still doing it now. They're doing it right now. I actually have a video. The videos I did on Moab, okay, shows them doing the minstrel show. Here you have these little doggone rice stick little motherfuckers. Okay, get the nerve, okay, to make fun of us. But you now starting to see their nations getting crushed by Yahweh Shemashai. Over here, when you get that World War III kickoff, what do you think is going to happen to you so-called Asian Americans? Huh? What do you think is going to happen to you? Now all of a sudden, all of you are going to try to act black. This is what happened in the 1991 Rodney King riot. When they was down there in LA, and Jake went up and those Koreatown, a couple other ones here, okay? Or actually the stores that was actually in Jake community, because see what they do is they take advantage of Jake. Okay, remember we talked about the fact that the dogs came and laughed to lick the wounds of Lazarus? So they don't like you, but they'll set up shop. You know, for hair salon, for the hair salon, for Eid. You know, the restaurants feeding you abomination. You think you eating chicken, you eating damn Welsh or some shit like that, man. You know what they said? They were acting like they were trying to tell Jason, hey, I'm just like you, I'm black. I'm just like you, I'm black.
Cut that.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna, hey man, what does the Lord say about that?
Okay, you can see a lot of them kissing your ass and trying to get up at you looking for protection from the big gorilla Negro, okay? From these Edomites, because these Edomites don't like them, man. I'm just gonna be frank with you. I know a lot of Edomites. Boy, and they don't like these, they don't like them.
And this is Exodus chapter 11, verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Okay, that's why in that scripture in Amos, where it spoke about all the nations dark. Okay? The Heavenly Father put a distinction between Israel and these other nations, man. Okay? If the Spirit permits me to find it, I wouldn't bring it out. But it's somewhere in the book of Amos, man. All right? Because really, every nation was dark except for Esau at one point. You still got dark-skinned Ammonites and Moabites, and a lot of you so-called Latinos or Hispanics that think you're Edomites. You don't. That further confirms you don't know shit, man. You don't even know shit about your own rich secular history.
You know what? If you are an Edomite, okay, guess what? That's not gonna do you no good. That's not gonna do you no good. You're gonna be a doggone slave. So how is that benefiting?
Yeah, you don't even know that you, to this day, you were collectively referring to yourselves as white due to the systematic colonization of your oppressors against you during the time of the Guadalupe Hidalgo Treaty, which the terms of that Guadalupe Hidalgo Treaty required for the so-called Hispanic to refer to themselves as a so-called Caucasian. So that's why you damn coconut-headed so-called Hispanics collectively refer to yourselves as white. Like when you fill out a job application, whatever, you automatically go for the white section.
Yeah, white Hispanic, white.
Yeah,
Hispanic.
The white Hispanic. That's mad. That's an oxymoron, man.
It's a oxymoron. And the fact is that you're so gutless that you want to be a part of something that you're not even accepted in. You think you're in El Paso because you make up 90% of the population or 95% of the population. You might feel a little safe out here. Go to Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. We'll talk to the Hispanics out there, or the so-called Mexicans out there. Okay? If you're actually Hispanic or like Latino coming from like Puerto Rico or something like that, you're actually a little bit more accepted because you're a little bit more closer to what they call Negro, and they just see you as like a worker or somebody who's going to sports or entertaining them. But when you mention the word Mexican, okay, which most Mexicans tend to freaking don't really associate themselves with that. Argentinians, okay, not so much of the Venezuelans because they kind of have a different kind of look. Ecuador, you kind of can tell right off the bat. But in particular, you don't go on so-called Mexicans, man. Yes, though, you have all these so-called migrants coming across the border. What do they always say? They use the word Mexico or the Mexican border. Everybody believes that everybody coming across that damn border, what they call cockroaches and lice having and disease carrying, tuberculosis carrying, doggone disease useless, non-English speaking piece of crap, Mexicans, automatically in Chicago, you're going to be the target. What, you think you're safe here in El Paso because you make up the majority of the number? Who do you think the majority of the people on that on base right there for up this side? There's a bunch of damn Edomites, man. They're going to press a crap with you damn fucking wicked ass Latinos here in El Paso when it all goes down. You okay?
Look what happened. Look what happened down there in New York. The governor, or no, the mayor, Eric Adams, came out with a announced a state of emergency due to the migrant surges. Because like it says in Zephaniah 2:1, we're the nation of desire, man. So a lot of you so-called Hispanics or Latinos are getting your nigga wake-up call.
You're gonna get your nigga wake-up call, okay? What was that shooting that went on over here? Wasn't that an Edomite that shot up?
Oh, you talking about what I was bringing up earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, that's more judgment against you, man. Let me bring this out. Okay? Let me bring this out, man.
And you had an Edomite that showed up at Walmart a couple years ago?
2019.
He was targeting who?
Yeah.
Mexicans.
And then I did a lesson earlier. I think it was like last week. It was last week. And and how Esau did not give him the death penalty. You see that? Now how that had been now how the tides have been turned, and it was a so-called Hispanic that was convicted over putting to death or deleting 23 damn Edomites. They wouldn't have hesitated to put his ass to death, either by electric chair or lethal injection. I'm not sure if they did away with lethal injection in certain states.
Certain states they did away with it.
But hey, they do. Hell, Trump wants to bring back the firing squad and shit.
And why do you think he wants to bring that back? Because that's part of Jacob's trouble here. To the spirit, I really believe, and I put up 2 videos, okay, on why this, because this man is coming back up, and I believe they believe that this guy's Nero, right?
Khan.
Nero. Okay? Who do you think he's talking about in code word when he said about we're going to take back our borders? I'm going to rage war against the He said he called you so-called Hispanics, okay? Not cartel. He wasn't talking about them. But you idiots don't understand. He's talking about you as a whole, man. That's right.
He's using these so-called migrants and the cartel as catalysts fronts.
Yeah.
To target you so-called Hispanics as a whole. That's why during his little presidential speech a few years ago, he called you so-called Hispanics migrants, rapists. Literally, that's what he called you.
Yeah.
Terrorists. That's what he called you.
Disease carrying.
This how fucking. That's fair to confirm how much you grow dark with so-called Hispanics are. Because, for example, there was this lady I was working with, and she was a Trump supporter, man. And she was a so-called, big time conspiracy theorist, so-called, and she knew all about the intricate details of the Illuminati. But yet, still, the bitch is a damn Trump supporter, man. Because that's how it reminds me that saying of a smart, stupid nigga, or a stupid, smart nigga, one of them two. That's how Jake is, man. Jake, they think they're so wise and which rise in their own conceits. They don't know what's going on unless they're swimming in these fountains of living waters, man. See? So according to that situation that took place earlier, it says over here, and this is how they time by the way. It says 2 wounded in shootings at El Cometa restaurant in Cincinnati district in El Paso. It says El Paso police are investigating a shooting that wounded a man early Saturday at a late night taco restaurant on the east side. A 38-year-old man was taken to a hospital with a gunshot wound that was believed to be life-threatening following the shooting at about 2:45 a.m. at Tequeria El Cometa at 9529 Viscount Boulevard next to Interstate 10, a police spokesman said. Viscount is like near the mall, all right? So that's more judgment. And it says the restaurant chain known for its flautas is open daily until 4 a.m. and is a well-known spot for eating after a night of partying. After a night of partying, what is that?
Yeah, of course.
What did it say? In St. Matthew 24? It says that in the days of Noah they were doing what? Partying, drinking,
bullshit,
marrying.
Okay.
And that's why Hosea 2:11 says, Heavenly Father Yahweh, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to do away with the spirit of mirth. This is how he's doing it, judgment, sudden judgment. Like these wildfires in Canada, recently in Hawaii. Hey, they reported firefighters were battling at least 437 fucking wildfires down in Canada simultaneously, man.
You know, there's a thing that and we're going to do, probably even do a joint stream on this. And it's going into where right now I saw it on MSN. And MSN.com, which is owned by Microsoft. That's their version. They have the Bing search engine. And what they do is they do a lot of baiting things because they see, they put something up there about sodomy, they turn off the comment bar. So nobody can comment. They just do thumbs up, thumbs down. Or anything to do with Jakes, Latinos or blacks, so-called blacks here. They leave the comment board open so that people can put their comment, so the keyboard warriors can talk all this shit. And the thing that they're talking about right now, what they're looking to get rid of in these companies is something called diversity. Diversity commitment. And so just as usual, I like to go read some of the comments, and you know what people are thinking? See, they believe that somehow, if you have a good job, so-called good job here, you're not living on the street, you're not driving a beat-up old double-on piece of shit car, somehow you got that job if you're a so-called Negro especially. Because there's something called affirmative action, which doesn't exist, and that's all fucking shit. That's what is valued as Black Lives Matter, or the BLM shit. Or somehow you're just gonna hide conveniently because well, they had to hire extra amount of so-called Negroes. That's in the mind of these people. That's the mind of these Edomites. Okay? Never mind you took out a loan and you got the college education, scored, A's, did your studying, put your time in, and got hired and then going through the interview process too. So now you saw 3,000 comments, couple thousand thumbs down where they're looking at that story and they're going, oh no, couple thousand thumbs up where they like that story saying that companies now are going to do away with diversity hiring. Okay? Now, to the ignorant people on that comment board, they really believe that this is about, oh, so much for the freeloaders now, no more freeloading, no more getting a job just because you're a black and you're unqualified. Really? I'm not even going to go into it because, see, this is the reason why the Lord took me over the world. Okay? And my degrees don't matter no more. I'm not going to go into any personal effect on me here because these people are just laughable with their bullshit, okay? You see you live long enough and experience enough, you see some shit. So they're doing away with that. When I saw that, immediately like, oh, there's Jacob's trouble right there because what they're looking to do, remember the Lord said what? He's going to take away that, instead of bread, okay? This is what they're looking to do. So they're doing it in such a way, and they're gonna have the people backing it up, including, I can imagine, the coons, okay? People who think, okay, you Latinos who think that you're a Caucasian, who probably have your little director job or management job, you think, oh, this is great. Now I don't have to look at that Negro and hire him anymore because what? Why? Because we're doing away with that diversity thing. America is built by the blood of Yahshua. Oh, so wait a minute. You don't want to hire me. You don't want to hire a Jake to work in an air-conditioned environment to get a job that has a 401k and all the other stuff. Which, let me put it to you this way, people. All of that shit is done. It's gone. It's gone. Okay? Don't even worry about it. Those of you in the know-how. But it's okay if you hire me. Why don't you do away with diversity and freaking picking up garbage then? Seriously. Hey, you know what? The people who clean the fucking shit in the hotels and all that stuff, you crackers and the rest of you uppity duppity nations to go lay in a damn bed in a clean bed. Why don't they do away with that? You think right now, if every Jake was to walk off the job in Las Vegas right now, and that whole place would close down right now. Because no hotel room will be clean. Garbage will be all over the damn place because you got the vial of men, okay? These Edomites don't pick up after themselves, man. That shit and piss all over the damn fucking doggone crap, throw the drug needle up on the doggone ground. Spit all over the damn place. And who go and cleans it up? Jake. So why don't you stop the diversity not hiring for that too? In fact, Esau, why don't you do this? Why don't you fire every Jake or every job in this nation right now? And just hire only Edomites. Go ahead. I challenge you to put out we only hire whites. So-called whites. And these other motherfuckers for all your jobs out here. I'm talking from picking up the shit all the way up to the executive level. Do it. You can't. This place will collapse immediately, and that's why simultaneously, and we're going to go into this out, when we talk about the state and stop of taking away from Jerusalem, that has a much more profound effect on Great Babylon America than people fucking think. Okay? Jacob trouble is going to mean a lot of problem. Okay, the collateral damage of the United States is going to be significant. It's going to be significant. The importance of us being in captivity, working as slaves for you doggone 17 other nations out here to prosper, you're going to see what happens. Because the Lord Yahweh Shemashah, as part of the judgment of Yasharallah, is going to collapse that doggone that safety net that we always kind of relied on. Your little job security, your little shit, like all going to be gone. And it said, hate is going to be put in that place right there. And you've seen that every day right now. Go ahead,
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15. It reads, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Why? Because of global reset that's getting ready to take place. This current monetary system by the wicked elite, central international crime banking families, using this whole Ukraine project war, this whole Niger situation. You know what I'm saying? And so forth. All right, to further justify collapsing this current monetary system and replacing these fractional reserve greenback dollar bills and petrodollars with digital currency with a carbon limit by way of it. So that's another precursor to the chip that the brother got up here.
This is it right here. And I think it was a brother, Rock on Fire. Yeah, that guy. I love that brother, man. Right here, he went into this. He went into this yesterday for a little while. Okay, we're in zone 6. We're in zone 6. So when they come looking for our asses like that, they're looking to throw us in the finger camp that they have out here. It's probably a gun or Walmart or something like that. God willing, that's not our part of that judgment. And they said we have powers. You know, I mean, I pray to Yahweh, you and please give us the power. We both have the power to heal and knuckle. Okay?
I mean, because man, there's no greater honor than to be alongside our Creator. Ahchyam have a shot, pursuing Colossians, second chapter. Whom the Heavenly Father used to create us. Being alongside with Him, crushing these fucking people, just like that, just like Brian from that movie, Brightburn. That's right. He's fucking crushing these people, man. He's crushing these people, man. No matter how loud they screamed, no matter how much they pleaded, just execute a judgment on them.
There's not a damn thing a cracker or anybody can say. This is what this man did, okay? There's not a damn thing you can say to justify this. And there is no statute of limitation for murder, rape, and pillaging. None. Okay? None. It is going to be personal. When Yahushua returns, you finna believe Esau is going to be personal. Okay? And he understood he had to go through that because Yahweh Shai the Father had put him through that. And he's watched. We've gone through that, had to go through it. These angels watch us in slavery. That's why people sing and swing those share here. We are now coming back into memories of who we are, what we are, and who these people are. We don't fear these people. These wicked motherfuckers here, what? See? Here it is right here. These are the fucking doggone wicked ass motherfuckers right here. See, these people, they walk by in their vehicles, see, they're all tough. They screw the windows up and I can see they don't want to hear this. This word burns. See, that's what the fire is that comes out of our mouth and devour these people. Okay? So if you ignorant doggone Christian out there talking about you looking for 2 prophets, 2! They're actually looking for 2 prophets. Who they always like to come and say is Elijah and Moses. They're going to be out here. Big ass world. Going to be out here testifying. And if anybody try to come up there and say, fuck you, Moses and Elijah, they're going to open them out and go, ah, you should see the doggone 40 shit. These people come out with. Like 2 guys are going to just stand up out there and then the fire's going to come on them out and burn them up. Burn the people up. Stupid. No, it's His word. These Edomites, these doggone people ears is crimson with our videos that goes up. Whether a brother get 5 views or get 6,000 views. I think it was the Elder Menachem put up a videos talking about you Christians with the word Esau, like you Edomites, you know, you don't like the fact of what the fact that the Lord don't like Esau. 6,000 views in a matter of double 2 days. I can guarantee you that wasn't 6,000 Jakes watching that. Okay? That wasn't 6,000 Jakes watching that. These Edomites are watching. These elites are watching. Okay? Here it is. These are the wicked men of the earth right here. What are you going to scared off? tuck your head down. You notice that when they drive by, they always try to turn their head the other way? They try to avoid eye contact because they know what this is all about up here.
Right.
Bunch of gutless, doggone, light-skinned Latinos, scared of everything. You can't run from this, man. These are the short callers here the Lord set up.
Right.
Okay, and they hate you. But until you see them when they kick that damn door down, these foreign troops kick that doggone door down, then that reality check is going to come true. What did it say? They're going to be running to and fro from sea to sea, looking for this truth, looking for this word. You think we're going to be out here when all hell break loose? Absolutely not. If something goes down here tomorrow, or if it starts next week, guess what? We're not out here. We'll look around for another location. If the entire El Paso is all jacked the hell up, guess what? That's the end of the ministry in El Paso.
That's for you, This is Psalm chapter 110, verse 3. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. That has the dew of thy youth. All right, see, people, you people, man, the people of the Lord specifically, you're gonna be willing in the day of this power, man. Okay, when there's a whole bunch of people being put to death by pestilence. Okay, famine, wild beasts. Right? And by people. And it's an up-and-coming civil war. It was what took place down in Montgomery.
Well, you better believe them damn Edomites are watching that boy.
God.
You best believe they could be a hell of a lot prepared right now. Why? Because you didn't hear them coming out on the comment board like that and say anything about that?
And their pride is hurt too over that. They thought that Jake was just going to lie down forever. No, man. No, it's not the 60s no more. You devils don't realize that you've already lost your power. It might not seem like it because you're still ruling, but you're already done. The only reason why you're still ruling is because Ahchyam hasn't come back yet. Okay? But you people, you will be willing. See, Jake, that's why, Jake, you will be willing the day of the Lord's power because you're not getting right now. You don't think it's convenient for you to get right now. Because you still got running water, electricity, and shit.
You know what? And I actually want when we're done with Cam, I'm gonna write out. So I actually want me and you to do a video and a stream on that. We're gonna stream on both Ahchyam and on YouTube. Depends on how controversial we're gonna really bring it, right? But we're definitely gonna stream it. This thing about these Edomites and that pride of when they don't know what time it is, because when you talk about the fact that all the work is going out of Egypt, and what follows immediately, what comes out after, it says there's what do you call it? This calls Egypt a woman like a drunken man, okay? Confusion, like a confused spirit, and the work has disappeared, and then Isaiah 19, and then you have Jake. What it says afterward. Judah will be a terror. Why does that follow right after there's no more work? When you have Jakes who will put all their life and all their belief into this, those who go down to Egypt, believing that they're going to have a prosperous life to the very end, grow old, cash in their 401k, all that stuff, okay? And now they get the rude awakening. Because see, us members of the tribe of Israel, we're going to get judged. That's what's going to happen. We're making our calling out here. We're trying to work out our salvation because why? When you understand what the Lord is going to do, okay? This is clean house time. This ain't slavery. This ain't slavery. This is clean house time. The next time you come back to life again, you're going to be in your spiritual body, in your right body, okay? The next time you come back to life. This is clean house time. This is it. Okay? But see, these Edomites coming down to the level like this, where you getting it, where this is going to be going down, okay? They're not awakened yet to see the fact that, hey, Jakes are waking up. And once you realize that you're being ruled over by a caveman, you doggone low-level peasants, okay, who the word black and white was created for, to keep that division, which we are supposed to be divided, separated from you, okay? You have that dumb pride. Why in the hell would a Hebrew Israelite take shit from a working class $10, $15, $20, $30, or $40 or $100,000 a year doggone Edomite, or even $1 million a year Edomite? Who gives a flying rat's fucking ass? Nobody gives a shit. This place is gonna collapse, and that's what's gonna happen. Because once Esau starts feeding Jakes, it's game on. And you dumb Karens are not gonna. You dumb Karens don't even know what time it is. You're still gonna open your damn mouth. You gotta understand, this man gotta be so. You in an area, when they pan that camera around, it was what, 90% so-called Negroes? How the hell does 6 crackers really believe that they're gonna be in that area? You gotta be a bold fucking doggone drug crack addict to believe 6 of you are gonna go jump with one Negro with thousands of Negroes around, and nobody was gonna freaking do anything about it. You've got to be fucking stupid.
That's how you just see. As you know, that's why it says in Obadiah speaks about the pride of Esau. See, that's how you know that they're the Edomites, so-called white people or Caucasians are the biblical Edomites, because the pride of Esau, okay, fits into a T. Only an Edomite would do some shit like that. Okay?
You've got to be stupid, man.
You were so exalted in your mind that you thought that you could just do that to a nation of people, not a group of people. You're talking about an entire. You're talking about doing this to a race of people, to make a further public example of this race of people. That's what you try to do.
2023, and you damn crackers really believe
You still got the mentality.
you're gonna be able to do that shit. I wish a motherfucker would, boy.
Yeah, you still got the mentality, man. You still, and that's why Genesis 49:9 has further come to pass. You know, Judah has rose up. It's about damn time.
It's about doggone time. Because see, we already know there's going to be all of Israel is not going to be saved this time around. So the Lord is going to use 2/3, which is a huge amount of people. 2/3. I even saw a video, I think it was the brother Ahchyam and Bob put it up right there in the opening of the video talking about that. It looked like an Edomite. But as soon as who looked like a white boy opened his mouth, right off the back, you can tell that he was a Jake. You can tell. You can tell the spirit in him was because he actually felt good about that ass open like that. He felt good about it. It's for damn time these white people like that. You see, that's why I see Esau. But Esau is so dumb and he's so lazy. Instead of trying to figure out who are a tribe like that, he came with black and white. So you get doggone Jakes who look like Edomites, and you get doggone Edomites who look like doggone Jakes. That's why the Lord said, try the spirit. Try the spirit. Because we could easily get somebody walking there, look just like us, talk all smooth and all that stuff. And you go, hey brother, no, let's go back to your father, your grandfather, your great grandfather. And if they're bucking up, then we know that, okay, you might be a Jake, but you're a wicked Jake, as well as you might actually be a doggone chair. A wicked ass doggone nigga, man. Like the lobster little monkey that was over there. And I haven't seen a fool ever since he put the curse in his ass. Okay?
See, so there's another thing too. Alright, see Ahchyam out there. See Ahchyam, these curses work, man. It says in book of Sirach 35:17, the Lord hears the prayer. It says the prayer of the humble pierces the clouds. So the Lord hears our prayers, man. When our enemies oppress us, we curse before the heavenly throne room of our power. It's very liable to honor that. Just land back on that, man. See, we will fuck these people up in ways that we can't even fathom. You know, you either never see the individual again, Or your semen can just completely discombobulated and just jacked up and through.
And they don't even know what happened to them. Don't even know. So if the Lord is testing his men that are out here on the highway and the byway, and we catching tribulations sometimes, how much more so those who's not even adhering to this word at all. They don't even care. His exact word to us, that little demon out there was, what? That's your belief. He walking all bold. He looking at us, you know.
And he knew he was Israelite too. When we asked him,
yeah,
he's like, "Where are you from?" He said, "Where he's from. He's not from here." And wherever he was from was where he must. Wherever he's from, he must have heard that he's Israelite. He's still bucking up. Then he came back again and was bucking up even harder. No, that's fuck this nigga. Let's put a curse on him.
Yeah. Because he got away because the first time we allowed him passage, he came back with more ruder effect us. He think I can walk over these guys, you know, they got Bibles, these are good guys. No, I'm not a nice guy. I'm not. He looking at us like that, he got his little truck and his little shit there, and he probably think that we some broke ass motherfucker. Well, dude, I don't take my wallet out and slap the fuck out of your head or like that, because you'll never wake the fuck up with it, okay? And the wallet is empty, just so you know. It's an empty wallet. Okay. So you come in that spirit, okay, looking down on us like that. All right, then how about it? But first, we're gonna put that curse on you first.
Book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 36, verse 16. Start at verse 15. It says, "The Lord Yahweh, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on a dwelling place." So he's literally using, the Heavenly Father Yahweh is literally using the messengers of Israel, the prophets, pursuant to Acts 3:25, for example, to come out here to the highways and the hedges and to warn Jake to unconform from the ways of this world that was given to the hands of the wicked. Esau, even the devil, the self-proclaimed white man. Okay? He had the true adversary of righteousness against the Heavenly Father and the seed of his people. And repent. And we need to turn back to Heavenly Father by considering his ways and rehearsing them to the best of one's ability. But Jake don't even want to do that. They don't even consider that. That's why in Hosea 4:6 it said, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." I believe in Isaiah, the 1st chapter, says they don't consider that.
Oh, yeah.
That nigga didn't even consider that he had to stop selling crab and lobster.
And we told him.
To our people.
We told
him.
Okay? And he was selling it.
And according to him, he didn't even have to even sell it. Not like he was struggling, according to him.
According to him, he said,
right?
I don't have to.
Yeah.
Speaking with great mad fucking pride. It's like, really? Wow. You got brothers in this room with doggone 3-story houses, 5 bank accounts, still doing the work. Not to talk about it. They ain't speaking pride about it. It doesn't matter. Okay? Yahushua made it very clear. He said to you what? If riches increase, meaning who? If you increase your riches, and your riches don't necessarily have to be paper dollars, man. Riches can be good health. Shit, you lost weight. Good health. Man, you were sick for years and all of a sudden now you got good health. That's riches, man. Faith. It's true. You can't get richer than this, man. You have a purpose, man.
That's why people despise us. Really, part of them despising us is that they don't have the spiritual capacity to do what we do.
They don't.
They weren't given that gift, like it says in 1 Corinthians, that gift of the zealous, like it says in 1 Corinthians 14 chapter. In Ephesians 2:8, they don't have that gift.
They don't have the gift to come out. They don't have the gift to come out here and talk about who these people are. All right, they're a doggone cracker to come up here and talk shit. Or anybody. And we can go. We'll. That battery's charged up on that camera. We'll be here all day for hours. Okay. You can't stomp us. You ain't gonna be able to do it. Come on here. Talk about this. Let's talk about this. It's already here. Wait till they mandate it. You go to 2nd Ezra 15. Psalm 14 and 16 where they turn on each other. Did you read earlier how they shot up each other inside that taco shop? Yeah. You can't even go to a damn taco shop without being shot.
I mean, back in the day, it used to be bars were unsafe, clubs were unsafe, because you had niggas in the vicinity. You know? I remember there's like this place on, there's two places on the northeast, okay? I'm not going to mention the names, they're really irrelevant, but those two places got shut down because of brute beasts in 2 Peter. You know? These degenerate plants in Jeremiah the 2nd chapter. Niggas.
Yeah. Generation Z.
Busting shots out in the air. For what purpose, man? Look cool. You know?
But see, that's what see, Esau's sorceries, YouTube. Okay? We try to correct our people with these scriptures. We try to correct our people. Because in part of this is corrections. Okay? When you're a part of this world, you're going to do what, okay, Esau does. What is Esau? Esau is a murderer, a rapist. We have sisters come up to our camp. We can get their phone number and trying to call them and hook up with them. You get to the doggone truth, man. Okay? Because we behave in order. We're kings. We behaving in order. We gotta practice what we preach. Okay?
And then they can see Jake is simple. And that could be that could be a stumbling block unto them.
You know?
And then women are simple as hell anyway. So then they don't know what the fuck they want, so then they'll push up on you. But if you push back, they'll push back. You see, that's why, like to land back what the brother said, when they come up with a lustful spirit, what worth are you willing to provide to the ministry? To bring us water, you know what I'm saying? If not, fuck out of here.
Yeah. When those women came up here, and we've had several of them, us individual when we doing the camp individually before we got together. Okay. All right. So you want to be with me? Let's go into the book and see. Well, you're wearing trousers. You're off. You're going off right off the bat. You're wearing trousers. You can't shut your damn mouth up. Are you willing to take orders from me as a head of the household? Are you willing to be humble? What are you willing to give up? It's all right here. See, they're not willing for that. See, what they're looking at is see, they have lustful sexual thoughts in their head. We look like doggone Dungeons and Dragons, wizards. That's what they call us, wizards, like in these robes. Because one came up and go, "Hi, King," because I have the crown here in the middle right here. Don't understand the symbol of this. Don't understand the symbol of the lines here on the shoulder. Okay? They come in a symbol lust. And again, they're heavily disappointed, which is why you never see them again. Okay? When they realize what they're coming up against. You bring out the scripture. And you get this all the time on the Ahchyam website, Facebook page. Tons of messages coming from these doggone women who subscribe to it. And they're going to invite me. No, this is not. I'm not giving you no personal friggin' doggone lesson. Who the fuck you think you is?
Yeah, this is not you being a harlot in school, wearing a little slutty ass fucking what's that Girl Scout? What's that outfit?
Cheerleader outfit.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah,
with
and
the
then
skirt.
Get the teacher's attention, and he's gonna give you an A and all that stuff. For that, this is not like that. Why? We can go into many scriptures and see what's gonna happen to you, horse man. You'll come running and begging. The Lord is going to put all these men that let their women run over them in the household, you're going to die. You men that walk with your sagging pants, you're going to die. You simple, soft men that drove past here, don't have the balls and the guts to come and step out here and point your face at this wicked ass queendom. You're going to die. You don't deserve to live.
That's right.
And the Lord is going to put you to death.
Why you don't deserve? Why you people don't deserve to live? Because you don't have any fear of the Lord.
You have no fear of the Lord.
This is
He's not going to feed you. In fact, you get something after you come in here, because I get something for that ass.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them, that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. because they have walked in great pride. And pride is one of the 6 things that Heavenly Father hates when you read Proverbs the 6th chapter. That's why pride goes before destruction, honestly before fall, man. Especially you women. And nowadays, okay, because you women, okay, have the same mentality as Esau Edom, where you could just do shit, you could just be a damn, act a goddamn buffoon, and with no consequence repercussion. That's why we hear more about these trends of horrendous judgments happening to women, man, of these husbands dismembering their wives, and then often the whole households.
Yeah, they're doggone demons. I have no love for these doggone little parasitic little no good little Generation Z, little doggone children of warm brained, no fear, no respect. You're gonna get that doggone fear.
I got
okay?
some.
When you get them damn Jeffrey Dahmer doggone assholes out there that's gonna be freaking up on the night, you're gonna come inside here saying, "Hey, I got food for you."
And
then you become the food.
Yeah, the spirits of vengeance spoken about in Sirach 39 chapter.
Coming.
Because case in point, to land back on that, that Edomite serial killer down in Pennsylvania got convicted, or he got arrested. He got apprehended or arrested rather, and he will get convicted, man. And he will be getting some jail time for that shit. Because what that devil was doing, speaking of, see how the spirit works. Speaking of harlots, right? That damn Edomite serial killer down there in Pennsylvania would lure escorts and then delete them.
Yep.
Now there's new victims that have surfaced, man. See, women keep fucking around out here, man. Keep fucking around.
Yep.
You're gonna see our glow in these last days. The same glow spoken about in 2 Peter 1:19. That light in a dim place. That light shining in a dim, dark place, which the land of let's say Ezekiel 37 chapter. The valley shadow of death.
They're gonna see it. GMS Maccabee Spirit brought out a lesson, a quick lesson yesterday. Was going into movies, which these apocalyptic movie. Esau is going into the scriptures and bringing these out there in drama form in those movies. And guess who's really going to be the heavy victim during the time when all hell breaks loose? You women and you damn children. You women and you damn children.
Oh, you remember that report that I sent you, Yeah. I'm about to bring it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna water it down. You know.
Somewhat, yeah, you know, you got Clarissa Shields who want to fight Keith Thurman and stuff like that. You women are about to get it. Them Hollywood special effects and CGI. The only reason why a man is behaving himself right now is because there's still law. There's still laws. There's still law. You have to job to go through. There's still laws here. Wait till it all goes down. Wait till it all goes down. You got about 40% of men walking around with fantasies and their fantasies. You really don't want to get in their head, okay? Sick fantasies.
Esau took it down. I'm not surprised because it was a graphic story. So basically what ended up happening was I sent the brother a text about what happened to this girl, this 15-year-old girl down there in South Asia that got pregnant. Now, she ended up getting pregnant because she got scraped. Then, when she went to the hospital, she got scraped by the doctors in the hospital, man. You can't make that shit up, man.
Yeah.
That was terrible judgment intended for that woman because the spirit in her was completely wicked.
Demon as fuck.
Coming.
So a lot of you women are going to get, you're going to get some judgment off the chain. We've warned a lot of you. I already know they lack the hopefully black man. Deeply grounded in this. I don't really have to even warn you. But we like to say it out. For those who are just fresh and new are coming to this, we all have to first start in this awakening process. Do not be save a whole Negro. If you see a woman getting judged like that, that's because that's her judgment. Let it be. Let it play out. That's not a member of your household. It's not a member of the camp. That's the judgment. Just like me and Ahchyam, the Lord can judge us anytime He wants and go, you know what? I don't even like y'all. And neither of us make it home today.
And we could do nothing about that, man.
And there's another damn thing you can do about it.
That's
there
why
it is.
Malak Dawudah, King David prayed the infamous prayer in Psalm the 51st chapter. You know, taking out that Holy Spirit from you.
Yep.
You know, in the beginning of the prayer, you say in Hebrew, Pasha Lana, Malapanyika, Barasad, Kodeshka. You know, and I forget the rest of it, but you know, but that's how he was praying to the Heavenly Father in the Hebrew, man, of that same exact prayer, Psalm 51:11, around there. You know, praying out. You know, that's how we're supposed to carry ourselves in truth. Okay, for you know to you know for the Heavenly Father.
And everything is Lord willing.
God.
Lord willing, we'll do this. Lord willing, we'll do that. Lord willing, we'll do this. You gotta pray over your food because why? We're eating doggone poison, man. The water's poison.
Air is polluted.
You know, when your toilet is freaking doggone growing moss. Like, what the fuck is... I just cleaned the doggone thing yesterday. Why is moss going up in it? So imagine what you're drinking. Okay? Seriously.
This is Psalm 64. Got that scripture out?
I got Proverbs.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna bring this over. Okay. This is Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O power, and my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. The insurrection is coming against the saints. It is prophesied in the second Ezra, the 16th chapter, man. That's why on Redacted platform, they were talking about how they reported how Esau is he's blaming the Catholics for some shit.
Yeah.
You know, using these so-called religious sects to further justify pushing his anti-righteous dystopian world.
So that's why you see them, they come on, they're saying, well, right now there's a lot of anti-Christianism or whatever cases like that. Okay? Which we are the true Christians. Okay? But what that is that these people, they're blinded, but they can tell something is wrong. They're praying, okay, to the wrong power. Okay? And some of the hopefully that is actually in that too still right now. They haven't been taken out of that yet. Because we all look at sweet Jesus at one point in time and go, yeah, okay. Only because your grandma or your mama pushed you to that. Alright? But they start off with that, and eventually it's going to build up the way Esau is going to get froggy and coming as a flood against the righteous, which we already know what's going to happen at that point. Okay? He's not going to be successful with it. But in the meantime, to shut everybody up, because why? Fear is this man's ammo. Okay? Fear is this man's ammo. You in this damn man military, you are threatened from boot camp all the way until the day you retire. It's constant threat. Constant threat. I remember we was on the base out there on the East Coast, and the VP came in, the Vice President came in. He came in there with all this friggin' security, all this people. You know what they did to us? You know what they did to us? They forced all of us to friggin' drop everything to come into this big room there because they need to have audience, because they can film this shit. I'm telling you that it's all a crock of bullshit. Okay? We got 20 minutes of threatening before. All the heads in the military, they come in there. Don't ask questions unless you don't like your military career. Blah, 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 blah. They strategically place us in a different part there. I was standing up there, next thing I know, because there were so few darkies like me, they pulled me from all the way from the back to sit on top of on top of a tank, right in the front. So when the camera pan around, there I am right there. I got a video of this shit. I'm not gonna show it to anybody. I don't give a fuck. Okay? So that they can pan it right there. So they can see the support. And I had never seen politicians actually speak before. Like, I'm telling you, I got to experience a whole different level of fucking how these people freaking operate, okay? And I can see the Lord is not with you. You will never, ever, 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 ever get out of darkness. Ever. You will never get out of darkness. I'm telling you. It was a guy that was under Trump. He was the VP. Who was the VP with Trump. Boy, these guys can speak so polished. Boy, let me tell you something. I mean, everything is immaculate, man. And I was like, I was like, great goodness. No wonder how they got, no wonder why this damn devil is so slick, man. Therefore, Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man's mouth, is smooth like butter, boy. Oh, it's like oil. I'm telling you, for real, for real. It's different. It's different from these regular Joes you see walking, man. Unfreaking believable. Yeah. Only the Lord can get you out of this darkness. In all honesty, I am going to conclude with that. As a man that's been living over 50 years, only the Lord can get you out of this darkness, man. And if you have a heart willing to please the doggone oppressor, he's got you. He's got you. Just like that. Because the Lord gave them the power to make or break your ass in any kind of way they want. That's the reason why you see now these celebrities now are being made to apologize for shit that they didn't even do. Jamie Foxx didn't even send a damn tax, and now you gotta apologize. They make Nick Cannon bow down. They took what he created. They made him bow down. So the Lord has to put a spirit inside of you where you cannot be compromised. And that's why, see, nobody watches Great North Stone. The elders, the apostles, the brothers, and the Ahchyam like us for entertainment, because there is no entertainment. This is serious business here. Go ahead, precept.
Psalm 64:3. Who what? Their tongue like a sword.
So,
and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay, because that's why the late great Native American activist by the name of Russell Means from the tribe of Gad that said in the 70s, white man has no soul. Fourth time. Right, the former Filipino leader Rodrigo Duterte, most likely Jake, that said the same thing. How the so-called white man is a double talker. Okay, because Esau whets his tongue, and if you look up that word whet, W-H-E-T, it goes back to the Hebrew word shanan, which means to sharpen. See that? That's why he's sharpening his tongue to exercise those bitter words, masqueraded as words of endearment and comfort and support. Yep. That's why these other nations have become privy to the madness of the devices of the goddamn devils, man.
They're drunk.
Now they're rising up against you.
Now they're rising up because they realize it did not prosper. All the while they oppress their own people, their own nations, their own tribe. For the sake of what? The petrodollar. For the sake of what? Pleasing the so-called white man. The red carpet. Wait till they realize that this man is really just only the caveman. But the Lord has set it up to where these nations are never going to come into that light for the simple reason, okay? These BRICS thing that they cancel the petrodollar that they got next. Yes, sir, they don't look at Revelation 13, but talks about the fact that, you know, and he costs it all. Who? Who's the earth given to? These people. So there's no doubt that they're probably orchestrating the doggone BRICS nation thing too. And that's how about Shimei Ashai having them do that. Because again, that's also a snare. See? Y'all niggas don't know what y'all saying. Y'all talking about there's gonna be a dollar breakdown and then the market of beast is gonna come and it's a microchip and that kind of thing. No, you got the BRICS currency right now and it's 55 BRICS dollar or BRICS currency. No, there's 55 US dollar for one BRICS currency. There ain't gonna be no damn such thing as backup with no gold or none of that shit like that. It's never gonna get off the damn ground. Okay, it's never. The Edomite, Esau, what is it? 3 parts. The sword, which is what? Great Babylon America. That's the armament. And this nation is armed to the fucking teeth. It is. What's the financial district? Great Britain, right? Great Britain. And what's their religious one?
The Vatican. Yep.
The Vatican.
And then the military aspect of Esau's Edomite hegemony is Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
okay, through the representing the Pentagon, or the Department of Defense. And they're being further exposed, especially all the intel they have. You know, their so-called intelligence, including the intelligence
on these nations
of that and the so-called UFOs. You know, on behalf of these alphabet boys and all the fucking lies you devils have been telling. That's why, speaking of lies, it came out. There's on multiple platforms, including this platform that Esau removed off of YouTube by the name of the Last American Vagabond, and his name is Ryan. I don't know if he's a Jake or not, but he looks like an Edomite. Anyway, this guy Ryan from the platform, the Last American Vagabond, came out with some information to back up the footage of a scene of bright rays of light deriving from the firmament down to the earth. That appeared in the appearance of a laser beam. And we understand that, you know, Esau has laser weapons that are capable of causing these wildfires and whatnot. You know, including some shit that Esau got called aerial ignition, where they that same manner of technology is supposedly used to put out the wildfires, but it actually, in actuality, causes it. So either way, it's Yahweh Shimei Shai that are behind these, you know, behind this these plagues that are destroying Earth. But he's also using the sword in his left hand side, pursuing Psalm 17 and 13 to further bring these things to pass.
Yeah.
See?
And actually, in one video game called Command and Conquer, the super weapon of Esau is actually a space-based laser cannon.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay, and everybody knows who they watch. They play the game Red Alert. Okay. Command and Conquer series. Space-based cannon.
Yeah, I remember that stupid ass folly game that came out on PlayStation back in late mid-90s to late 90s called Blasto. And this fucking loaded ass Edomite, but a stupid ass mask and shit would go to Mars, wherever he went, Pluto, wherever, where it doesn't exist. And he went there destroying aliens with a laser weapon. And when you would fire the weapon in the game, it would eviscerate the so-called alien life form, instantly. You know, speaking of laser weapons, China has possession of those weapons.
Yeah, they now have them now too. So you can have a lot of that stuff. Remember, there was they're gonna go up against Ahchyam. So you're gonna see some generational stuff that we haven't seen out here yet. That Esau's gonna use. Okay. So that's what the terrifying time. Okay. When you have War of the Worlds, so they call that War of the Worlds. Here you have World War III going on. Massive starvation on a scale you can't even comprehend because you got doggone supply ships being destroyed. Okay. So guess what? That means what? Food prices are going to go up sky high. If there's any doggone food. Okay. There's something, actually, there was a report that came out this week. I was talking about a naval army base out here in Texas where they can't even feed the doggone people. They can't even feed them.
Yep. That's why Henry Kissinger said all military men are like dumb dogs. They don't give a fuck about you niggas. You men that go and serve the military. That's why you go over there and fight Esau drug wars and war on resources, thinking you're being a patriot. You're really a fucking idiot. You're going over there fighting on behalf of these damn Edomite supremacists. Okay, and so you going over there getting your goddamn limbs blown off, and then they give your ass a purple ribbon, and yet they give a damn reprobate. And these sports organizations, millions upon millions of dollars. Like that soccer player, Messi, whatever his name is, he got offered a $1 billion contract in Saudi Arabia. What the fuck is that about? So I remember I asked, I was with my boy back in the day, you know, we were kicking back, doing nigga shit, playing Madden, or whatever, video games and shit, and I asked him, because he's in the military, former military, I said, hey bro, you ever wonder why? Mind you, this is 3 years before I came to Chew, fresh out of high school and shit. So anyway, so I asked this dude, you ever wonder why Esau, I say Esau, but you ever wonder why people in the military fight these wars, but they don't make nearly as much as athletes make? And you know what he said? You said, I never thought about that. That's some scary shit. That's scary. For someone to be in the military and to never have thought about that. That's a slave's mentality, man.
Yeah, and you know why people join the military? It's easy to get into, hard to get out. Two, it's a kind of, will take care of you.
Real quick, what does it remind you of? Gang. You know, these gang initiations.
Yeah.
You can join. Yeah, go ahead and join.
That's all boot camp is gang initiation. Then once you get in, you have the enlisted, you have the junior enlisted soldiers that's all the way up to E4. Okay. Then you have the NCO Corps, the non-commissioned officer corps. Then you have officers. You have 3 levels of the officers. You have the junior officers, okay, second lieutenant to captain. I'm only talking about the Army here. There's the different rank structure. I mean, the different names they have it for Air Force and all that, and Navy. And then you have field grade officers, which is going to be the majors to your full bird colonel. Then you have your generals officers. That's going to be from 07, what they call a brigadier general, up to a full 4-star general. And each one of those is a whole different way of how you are going to interact. Okay? The higher you go up, the more of a piece of shit you become in order to move up in the ranks. Plain and simple. Okay? You will become more and more of a piece of shit. Okay? As you move up in the ranks. You will do a lot of people dirty to make that 1 star. A lot of people dirty. You can't all get there. Okay? Without making people's lives miserable. Okay? You have to. So that's the kind of culture they got. Now I was a 92 Alpha and 90 Alpha, which is logistics. So I know how the United States military logistics works. World War III is going to be a whole different story. Okay? Whole different story. You can actually see, you're not fighting against nation after using an RPG to shoot down the damn cargo plane or the C-17 or the C-130. Okay? Or that ship or the amphibian ship that's going to be bringing in the food supply. For beach dining for the Marines. So you can have Navy, you have Russia and China that has a military force, a naval fleet capable of using torpedoes, and they can be using tactical nuke to knock out these aircraft carriers, these group. And I can go all day on all this shit. And I'm going to talk a little bit about it in the video. I can care less of what the hell is going to happen. I'm just going to bring it on for the edification purposes of showing you how this is going to impact Yasharala, because this supply chain, most of your civilian airplanes also double up as cargo planes and also delivering the mail. So the United States Postal Service pays Delta, American Airlines, US Air, all those to deliver mail. That's how you get the mail. That's what they say, air, when you pay for air. Who do you think is carrying the mail? You think the United States Postal? They don't have an airplane. They're not UPS. Those special cargos goes on the plane. They use military plane actually to deliver mail. Okay, civilian airlines actually carry military supplies across this earth. Okay? Yeah, y'all didn't know that. Okay? These other nations know that. So guess what's gonna happen? Guess they can be shooting down civilian airplanes. They can be shooting them down. Because those civilian airplanes flying at 30, 40, 50,000 feet can carry supplies to replenish a military base, such as food, okay, and ammunition. So they can be shooting them down. There's a video I actually uploaded on Ahchyam. Actually, you look like an Edomite that was going into the reconnaissance plane that went down to Cuba. Special reconnaissance plane. These are the type of planes that they used during the time of when you had what is known as the Bay of Pigs, okay, incident, which is the Cuban Missile Crisis. Eventually went to that. Okay, where they went around, they photographed. Okay, Russia was building up a friggin' number of missile silos over there, setting up for nukes. They have the capability and strategy to be able to shoot an ICBM, basically from Cuba, which is right next to Florida, really. Okay, to hit targets here in the United States. And they said there's something going on down there in Cuba. They have AWACS and all kinds of military planes that's flying around all the continental United States. Okay? The Doomsday plane, okay, was up in the air this week. So when we come out and you see brothers are going out and looking at other different things, and we look at a lot of time what it looks like Edomites. And they might be Edomites straight up, because guess what? They're looking at it in a carnal way, but they're seeing certain things that we can look at and utilize that to warn our people, or just how close we really are. Why do they have the Doomsday airplane flying around over the United States? Why do they have special military reconnaissance planes flying over the continental United States? Why? They already know something is going to go down. Or they're preparing for it. It's something they're seeing. Russian and Chinese ships right now surrounding the United States out there in Alaska. This is a whole different game. This is not going to be where you have the yellow ribbon event, buffet where you will pick out like hell, and then you go over there and everybody you go, goodbye, goodbye, you go over there, you play video games for 9 months or 13 months, how long you stay over there, come back, some of these fools come back and they cry PTSD. Where did you get PTSD from? Playing too much PlayStation over there in deployment? Okay? Because other than Fallujah, the United States military was never in any doggone danger, or in Afghanistan or Iraq.
About that story, to land back on what you were saying. This is on End Time Headlines, reported in its entirety anyway. Russia and China send large naval patrol near Alaska, prompting U.S. to send destroyers. So what does that mean? That Russia and China are provoking U.S. to do something. Basically calling the bluff of America. Basically playing America pussy. They pop off. Yeah. And they've been Russia and China after the BRICS Union and Africa have been indulging in military drills in South America. So that's a further repeat of the rumors of wars that was spoken about in the time of the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis. That also, oddly enough, ironically anyway, took place in South America. So these nations, as part of these nations rebelling against the West by taking a page out of Esau Edom's book.
Yeah, because the Edomites, the war strategy for the United States, okay, they call them field manual. You can download them with the PDF offline. They're all online. Seriously. Exactly how you would walk, how you would clear a room, how you would clear a town, everything. All the strategies and how you would actually do it. Okay? And why do you think second entrance is going to be so horrific? A lot of the people are going to leave are going to quit the military. Hey, they can't even feed the service members down in the double base down there. It's an active base down here in Texas. They can't even feed you. Didn't it happen with the Romans that they couldn't pay the double the soldiers them?
I remember hearing a report like that. They also had a financial crisis by design, just like they're doing now. Back then, when the Romans depreciated the value of gold coins with copper coins on purpose. See what they're doing now with the petrodollar. They're further depreciating it on purpose, man.
And they can test the metal of you damn freaking people in the military, okay, when they can't pay you. But then they can pull a piece of paper in front of you and go, you still under contract. And none of you have the damn boss to say, take that contract and shove it up your motherfucking ass. They don't have the resources to go and chase you and force you to do anything. I'm just going to call it out. I'm going to tell you, I'll spell it out for you, man. I'm just telling you, they don't. Why are you National Guardsmen showing up to freaking drill? You don't have to. There's a damn thing they can do about it, contract or not. They don't have the resources to do it. But they can scare a lot of you in. That's why they have these FEMA camps and these death camps set up to scare a lot of you people. They got to get this place in a situation to where if you're delirious and you're incoherent, you're not going to have the ability to think. So there's two levels of fear. There's a fear that, okay, come motherfucker, I will knock you the fuck out, fear. I'm ready to combat you, or this is a fight or flight. Which most people are going to be in the fight fear, which is going to be, okay, what Esau is going to be putting on people's blood. There's going to be a greater fear than that. The Lord is actually going to put the fear of Him inside of you.
And then land back on that, what is the purpose of that? To re-educate people. That's why Hillary Clinton came out a few years ago and said, referred to these internment camps and such as re-education camps. Got it from her mouth. Now that's a proud devil. That's why she was also the one that further revealed Esau's funding of Al Qaeda. But I thought they were such, terrorists and all that.
So everything with this man about is a bunch of crap, and then you damn stupid motherfucker. Just because Clinton can blow a fucking doggone a trombone, all of a sudden he's a Jake. He's not a fucking Jake, man.
Yeah, Jake is simple, man.
Okay. No Hebrew or Israelite is going to be in power as a president. None.
And they said, well, since what's his name? Bill Clinton got fellatio performed on by Lewinsky, and he got to be a black man. That's simplicity, man. Simplicity. It's a Proverbs of French chapter. How long would I love simplicity?
Do you think in Jamaica, the Bahamas, and Haiti, do you think those are doggone Jakes as presidents or the prime minister? No, they're not. They're not.
And speaking of that, I suppose them so-called Haitians who try to leave down there in Haiti think that Clinton is a Jake also, right? So, just being facetious with, towards the simplicity of our people. Because like they say, man, truth, revenge is a dish best served cold. Sometimes truth is in most cases, not fuck that. Not sometimes. Truth is also a dish best served cold. That's why, that's why in Isaiah 30 and 10 it says how Jake would seek the prophets to be pacified. They would seek pacified prophets that would speak smooth things to them, to whisper sweet nothings and lies into their ears to make them feel better, to appease their flesh. Instead of getting the real skinny, the full unadulterated truth, no matter how harsh it was, Jake don't want that because Jake loves the matrix. He loves lies. He loves being coddled. He loves being patronized.
Hey, I don't care how much of a freaking if someone looks like a damn, if they're a snake, they're a snake, okay? Our job is plain and simple to preach against Monsieur, preach, okay, this gospel that they're going to turn to feed the sheeps. You gotta worry about doggone if friggin' doggone this motherfucker's a Jake or that motherfucker's a Jake. Who gives a flying fuck? If they are, then they come get the truth. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck if Bill Clinton was a Jake or not? Right. He's not a doggone Jake. It goes against the scriptures. We would not be in that kind of power.
He's still wicked. See, the Clintons back in '94,
three strikes you out. They came up with that.
Yeah. Oh, that, and then they were down there.
Most of the executions, I'm putting underneath him.
Yeah, the Clinton administration was also down there, exacerbating the resources from Haiti, including their gold and so forth, and they were sexually exploiting the so-called Haitian men, women, and children, especially the children, man. That's why they were always going down there, because sodomy to little boys is the highest form of witchcraft. That's why it's being further exposed that Esau's America has invested in this $150 billion worth sex trafficking operation, including children.
If y'all see part of that Jacob's trouble and part of that control, this new world order, sodomy is going to be a heavy part of that. They want you to accept that's some of my shit. We can go all day about Terry Crews. 6'5", a fucking muscle, pussy ass motherfucker let that Edomite crocker come and grab your damn dick. Because you scared of you knock his ass out. What are they gonna say? I don't give a flying rat's ass, man. No man should be putting his hand next to your daggone chunk, man. None. We don't accept it, okay? And it's punishable by death.
That's right.
It's sodomy. Straight up. It's sodomy. It's punishable by death. Yeah, I said it.
Bible says. So what happened to the year of the Bible in 1983, and how you devils make people swear in the Bible and your Freemasonic court systems. But you don't mean a goddamn thing, because they get this, like my man Steven Seagal said in that movie with Ja Rule, forget the name of it. But Ja Rule asked him, how did you pass the line? Exit wounds.
Yeah.
And my man Steven Seagal was asked by Ja Rule, you know, how did you pass the lie detector test? He said, and then Steven Seagal said, "Oh man, that's easy." See, so just like it's easy to put your hand on the Bible and lie on stage. Yeah. There's no fucking morality and integrity in America, man. But what does that even mean? Putting your hand on the Bible, like you're gonna get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
By Esau's leprous god. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna get struck by Zeus?
Exactly.
It don't fucking exist.
It don't.
Okay?
So see, that's the reason why the Lord set up His men to come unto you and bring it to you. And yes, it does come out as rude in speech, and it ain't gonna get any less ruder. Okay? Because if you're looking for that, hey, there's plenty of powerful, pork-eating, bald-head, bald-faced. I'm happy to be a servant and a Negro here in Great Babylon, America, that you can go listen to. Okay? Plain and simple. This is not for you. Okay? So Lord willing, you edify. We're going to turn to the east, give all glory and honor to
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahshua, Bashim, Kakadash.
Double honor to the teachers and elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and likewise brothers are there, putting out this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And to you brothers and sisters tuning in,
Shalom, DTA, Baba Ball, soon. Very soon.
Starting with the outskirts of El Paso.
Shalak Rayam to this fucking place.
Yeah.
So all you proud spicks out here, and real quick, end it off with this, okay? All you people that believe in Esau, this is gonna be your fate, along with him. 1 John chapter 2 verse 18. Little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that Antichrist, anti-anointed one, shall come, even now are there many Antichrists, whereby we know that it is the last time, and it's really anti-Mashiachian, anti-anointed ones, and they're all being exposed. Pope Francis, all these international bankers, all these celebrities that sold out. You're all gonna be destroyed, man.
That's
okay?
right.
And all those who are conforming to their counsel of this world, man. Because you're gonna take the chip and you're gonna bathe in a lake of fire.
Damn right. There it is.
It is.
Babylon 40 right here. There it is. So you can't say we're not on the highway and the byway.